down! Hello, my friends, and welcome to Voltz Wars, where the proverbial is about to go down. Because today, our hunt begins. Our expedition to find numerous and treasureful and plentiful amounts of ender pearls starts today. Our Enderman hunt, you may call it, begins today. But just before we set off, there is a bit of a... I won't say disaster, but a bit of an issue that demands our attention, and that is the fact that our ME system is now completely and utterly full. There is not... You couldn't swing a cat in that ME system at the moment. It's so full, in fact, that not only have we had to turn off the quarries indefinitely for now, but we've also had to attach a void pipe to try and siphon out some of our cobblestone that we don't need and some of our dirt and some of our gravel, because we've got way too much of all of that. But not only all of that, but we're actually building up a bit in here. See, look, things are trying to be taken. Actually, it looks like there is a bit of obsidian to go in. Okay, it's not actually that disastrous, but yeah, some obsidian's going in. A bit of sulphur's heading in as well, but they must already have not full stacks. But for the most part, we're overflowing down there. I came down here expecting to just, maybe just grab a few things, see how everything was working. Blooming everywhere! It was spilling out all over the shop. There was obsidian everywhere. There was sulphur everywhere. It really was not a pretty sight. It was rather traumatizing, if I must be honest. So first of all, we've had to add this void pipe, which at the moment will siphon out dirt, gravel, and cobblestone. Really, that was something we should have thought about doing way before now, because even though we need lots to make our singularities for our quantum bridges, we're only going to need 2 singularities, and they only cost 256,000 items each, which you may think is a lot, but when we have 1.5 million, we only need 600,000, so we've got nearly 1 million bits of cobblestone too much, and that's... well, that does go some way to explaining why the hell we're overflowing for stuff down here. So really, we're going to need to think about sorting that out. At the moment, what we've got at the moment, our setup here is okay. It'll do just for now until we can properly fix it. It's a temporary fix anyway. But one other thing that's causing it to be a bit iffy is our mob farm. And I thought the mob farm was okay when we first built it, but it has proved to provide no end of problems and stress for us. But basically, obviously, we've got... let's start that sentence again, shall we? Now, the whole point of the mob farm is it kills mobs and then sucks up the goodies that they drop, zombie brains, spider eyes, whatever else it might be, and then puts it in the ME system. That's all well and good, but because we've got the Borderlands mod in this server, they also drop occasionally, there's a chance of them dropping, and they are dropping them quite frequently, random weapons. And those random weapons, because they're random, are therefore unique, and because they're unique, they take up a slot in our ME system each, which is a bit of a problem, because what it means is that, just killing 5 zombies would probably get you 3 or 4 unique weapons. That's 3 or 4 slots just for a couple of zombie brains. So if we look in here, if we go down, they'll probably be at the bottom, because I think they're all called, look at all these! Look at all these! They're everywhere, and these shields, they get dropped as well. That's a really good shield, actually. But yeah, it's not amazing. So what we're probably going to have to do, and actually thinking about this, it's another way that we could fix that sound issue, because I don't want to have to play on silent, but it was kind of impossible not to with this in its current state. So what we're going to do is... well, if you've seen the video where I built this, you'll know that inside is basically a sort of crisscross platform area in complete darkness with a few turrets that will, when zombies spawn in the complete darkness, shoot the zombies off, they'll fall into the water and then be... Oh, speaking of water, what's going on there? But they'll fall into the water. And, oh, that's lost me, that. You've thrown me off my stride, Fimba. But yeah, so they'll fall into the water, and and then they'll be water swept, or currented, whatever you want to say, down a big hole. That hole is enough to kill them by full damage. They'll land on hoppers. Horrible noise, sorry. They'll suck up all the stuff they drop, which will then be item tesseracted straight into the ME system. Okay, so that's how it works at the moment. The 2 turrets up there are powered by a redstone energy cube, which is then attached to each one via universal cable. Now, the universal cable, you know, it works very well apart from the problem we've mentioned there. Oh, man, everything was nice and ordered in my brain, ready to come out my mouth in perfect order, and it's just ruined now. Cheers, guy. Right, anyway, so what I thought we could do is change the design of the turret slightly so that what's going to happen is the the universal cable will actually lead out here, and the redstone cube powering it will be here. Now, that'll be okay, because it's technically outside, it won't be providing an unwanted light source in there, so zombies and whatever can still spawn. What it will do is, one, mean that we can change it over when it needs changing over, and two, which is more important, when we come to actually do something around this area, and we don't want it to be on because it makes too much noise, we can just set that energy cube's output to 0, and then nothing will work and we won't be disrupted all the time by turret sounds. So that'll work. And then what I think we need to do in our system at the bottom is actually just have it being item tesseracted up to a separate chest here, where we can then sort through what we want to keep and what we don't want to keep. Because some of the random guns are really good and definitely worth keeping, but a lot of them are pretty pants, so we probably, you know, they're rubbish weapons just taking up space in the ME system at the moment. So if we can get like a diamond chest or a crystal chest or something around this area, then we can have that either item tesseracted up, or, well, it would involve us making another item tesseract, but then we are about to go on a big old ender expedition, so that wouldn't be a problem. But yeah, so we'll have that coming into its own separate chest. We can sort through what we want to keep and what we don't want to keep, so to speak. So that's the changes we're going to make there, and then obviously what we're going to have to do is manually go through a lot of these weapons and work out which ones we're going to want and which ones we don't want. That's going to take ages. I'm not going to bore you with that. We're not going to do any of this today. We're going hunting today, but this is just what's going to happen in the future, hopefully. Probably a lot of it's going to be quite uninteresting and therefore be an off-camera job, but it's what's going to happen. I thought I'd keep you guys in the loop. And then when we come to making our quantum bridges, obviously we're going to be using, well, nearly 600,000 bits of cobblestone, not to mention glass and quartz and whatever else. So that should free up a bit of space there, which is good. But then, well, that's that. We probably do want to start thinking about maybe another way to store items as well. But if we do all those things, then I reckon we'll be okay for the foreseeable future. But anyway, enough of that. We're here to hunt, and hunting's what we're going to do. We haven't even met our brave men that we're going to be hunting with. But that's because I have more preparation to do. Now, as you know, I put some armor on my armor, finally. It was pretty pants armor to not have any actual armor value, wasn't it? But we've got our stuff sorted out. But we've got the men. Now, obviously, we're going to find, well, we're going to need to get quite a few ender pearls. That means that this isn't going to be just a run round the immediate area and find a couple of endermen and kill them job. We're going to need to think about this tactically. We're probably going to be away for quite a while, and as such, I figured we might as well make a sort of temporary camp out there, rather than just running around for a week solid. So what I've got on me is just a few torches, for obvious reasons, a bit of bread to keep us all fed, because there's going to be 6 of us, because I asked Baron Huntley to get us 5 able bodies, and then there's ourselves, that makes 6. Bit of oak planks, just to, obviously, we'll probably find oak planks on our travels, but obviously just to, why do I keep saying obviously? I don't know. Obviously, I don't know. Shut up, David. But yeah, so the oak planks are for building a nice little shelter, keep the rain out, you know, because what we're probably going to be doing is, considering we're trying to find mobs here, is probably sleep through the day and then hunt at night. So if we can be nice and get the sun off ourselves and whatever and lovely, and yeah. So the other 2 things that I think we're going to need, obviously we can't live on bread all the time, so we're going to need to take with us a furnace so that we can find and cook meat, which in actual fact we might as well. I was going to think about making another one, but we can just help her. Oh, that one had coal in it. Okay, well, cool. We're powering the furnace there. We had some glass in there. We'll just chuck that. Oh, we can't chuck it in there, can we? Okay, right. It's going in a random chest. It can go in this one. That's fine. There we... Oh, we had stuff in there. Brilliant. Okay, well, that can go in there for now. The one other thing I think we might be smart to take is a project bench or a crafting table. So in actual fact, I'll just help myself to one as well. I was going to make these, but then I consider we've got all these here. I'm just trying to remember what one has nothing in it. That one has nothing in it. Okay, good, right. So let's grab that and then go and see our guys, shall we? Oh, excuse me. I've got hiccups. I've got tea-induced hiccups. That's never good, is it? Right, anyway, so Baron Randall Huntley, thank you very much for your assistance. I'm going to go and speak to the men you have expertly chosen. Hello, chaps. Oh, they by the gate, weren't they? Right, hello. Hello, Mr. Ethan. Who are you? Weren't you one of the guys down there? Hello. My lord! I heard you have requested a group of men for an expedition. Well, that is your ears did not fail you there, sir. With your permission, I would like to accompany you. I may not be a soldier like the rest of the party, but I grew up roaming the lands. If anyone can track an Enderman, it's me. Well, sir, that is an outrageous... not accusation, wow, my mind's gone blank of the word there. That is a very self-confident statement, I should say. Considering they teleport and you can track them, I think we definitely need to have you in the party, but we can say no, but it'd be stupid not to let him in. Okay then, glad to have you on board, Ethan, good sir. Right, so it looks like our party's now 7, and these are the other 5 guys. Hello, my dear friends, all members of the Watch. Are you jolly good? Right, well... I assume Baron Huntley's told you what you're doing. Are you excited? Because I'm excited. We've got some stuff on us. You've all got your swords, your shields, your blah, 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 your bows, your arrows, etc., 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 which is very good. I got lots of inventory space for our spoils. Obviously, when we do get ender pearls and maybe other things we come across a dungeon, then we'll raid that, obviously. But we're going to share the load with all the goodies that we find. So anyway, if you're all ready, I'm all ready. So let's think about where we're going to go. Now, that's a desert that way. It's desert then sea that way. I'm thinking, and it's sea that way as well. I'm thinking, guys... Oh, wait, I recognise all you. You were part of the first batch of recruits, weren't you? Weren't you fighting some guy? Oh, I remember all of you. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Anyway, good to see you all passed out, but I am straying from the point, rather. We need to probably go into a forest, because I'm thinking in a forest we've got a chance of finding stuff in the day as well as the night, because obviously the sun can't penetrate quite as much. So I'm thinking if we head to the forest, it would be much better, so to speak. So I think there's a lot of forest that way, because obviously we've got Project Denab, etc., 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 which we know is in a forest, and Quarryland's in a forest as well. So there's lots of forest that way, so that's the way we're going to head. So boys, let us hunt some orc. And Enderman. We're mainly Enderman, but it doesn't sound good to... Let us hunt some Enderman. Anyway, right, let's be off. Ethan, come on, lads. Let's go. Huzzah. Okay, this actually looks like quite a decent place to make up camps, shall we say. Unfortunately, it does appear to just be dawn now, so we've sort of missed out on the first night of hunting, but this does give us a chance to get some rest, get the camp all up and nicely and lovely and stuff, which is probably what we need to do, as a matter of fact. So I think what we probably could think about doing right now is, actually, yeah, this is a nice place. We've got tree cover, we got forest, we're going to be protected from the wind a little bit, protected from the rain if it rains. I do hope it doesn't rain. I do hate the rain. We've got a good water source there in that river, which is a good bit of forest all around. Fantastic. Should be loads and loads of Endermen in here, and I think towards the left-hand side there, we may have ourselves a little cave, which of course is going to be fantastic news. As well, if the river swells, if we do have rain, we're a bit elevated, so that should help us out quite a lot as well. There's some squids in there. Oh my goodness, right. Anyway, so, I think this is the perfect place, guys, and I think we need to get set up here, get some rest, and then be fresh for our night of hunting this evening. So, what I think we should do is let's say if you 4 could start cracking on with the campsite, that would be brilliant. I'll just give you these for now. Thank you very much, guys. We'll give you them. Beautiful. Okay, so if you 4 crack on with that, and then Hadrian and Ethan, we, my friends, shall go on a little bit of a scout, just find out what's in the immediate vicinity. I think we've got some... Ooh! Okay, didn't see this initially. We've actually got a crevice there. Fantastic news. Okay, brilliant. Maybe if that is a cave over there, it's going to lead in. We've got a whole tunnel system underneath us. That's going to be perfect, isn't it? Anyway, so, Hadrian, Ethan, let's be off on a little bit of an explore. You guys get to making a lovely camp, and we will rendezvous at, let's say we'll be back by sundown, guys. Okay, see you in a bit. Right, you two, let's be off. Okay, so we... Right, so we've got our crevice there. We know about that. Let's have a look this way. I really want to explore that cave a bit. Let's go, guys. Oh, Watch your step. Watch your step. This is a good river, actually. Perfect water source. We've got a good stuff going on here. There appears to be a hill that way as well. What a lovely area this is, guys, eh? Really good. Good find. Good find, Ethan. Well done, sir. Keep out the water. You'll get your armor all rusty, Adrian, for goodness sake. Right, so we've got bees there. I don't actually know anything about bees as far as mods go. It could be a very useful thing to learn about bees, but I'm not really sure how it's going to be in a war right now. As well, not only is that perfect, but we've got a little marker in that silverwood tree there to find our way back home, we might say. So, right, let's crack on, shall we? Let's, this is it, is it? Yes, it is. Okay, look what we've got here, guys. Oh, my good lord. This is absolutely perfect. Let's just try and dig our way down. Okay, so this is huge, actually. This is massive. We're definitely going to find some stuff down here, aren't we? Oh, and it does appear to go that way as well, and that is the correct way to face. So I reckon we've got ourselves a big old tunnel system down there, guys. I think, oh, brilliant. That's fantastic. That crevice, tunnel system, cave. We've got some Endermen. There's going to be some Endermen here come nightfall, and we are going to profit from that to no end. So that's brilliant. So we can focus on that later on. Let's just have another quick... We're just exploring now. We'll get a good sleep with the rest of the guys, and then we'll work out what's what. Probably majority of us, it'd be smart to at least not be on our own, but we probably could send out different parties, cover more ground, and thus kill more Endermen. Right, well, this is a nice tree. We could set up down here, actually. Be like a treehouse sleepover, wouldn't it? Right, anyway, let's keep going this way. That's our cave again from a different angle. There we go. Okay, so we've got a big forest. Let's keep bringing the map up. Big forest, that's snowy biome. That's, we saw that on the map previously. We came from that, grassy biome down there in the bottom right of the map. We came from that direction, but that snowy biome, it appears to be forest snow, so that's always fantastic news, isn't it? So more hills that way. Not really sure if there's going to be much Enderman action in the hills, but the hills create shadow. Endermen spawn in shadow, so that's brilliant as well. There's some tree sheep, tree goats. They have them in Africa, I think. I don't know. Anyway, oh, let's carry on. We're not going to see much from on top of the trees. Let's go down underneath the canopy, we might as well. Oh my good lord, another cave. Oh, fantastic. Okay, yeah, we're definitely going to find a lot of things here. Ethan, my good sir, you have led us to the perfect position. Okay, let's pop back up here. Of course, none of these guys have power armor, so we'll just dig them away up. There we go. Oh! Where the hell did that come from? Ethan, did you just cut down a tree? Did one of you guys just cut down a tree? Good job. Anyway, right, let's continue on. Okay, I just realised I took all the food with me. Those poor guys got nothing to eat back at base. Oh dear. Oh well, they'll manage, I'm sure. They can eat this evening. They have work to do, not eating to do. Right, so if we keep going this way, we've got more of that grassy biome that we were in. And then, well, very tree. There's going to be a lot of Endermen here come nightfall, so it's definitely safer to kip during the day, because that way mobs can't actually attack us. So that's fantastic. Let's pop round this. Oh, we're coming towards the end of the biome. We're actually just on the outskirts of the forest. Or at least that's what it looks like, isn't it? We've got it's certainly a very good place to set up camp. I am absolutely chuffed with this. Okay, right, so what sort of time of day is it? Is that wait, whoa, let's get our bearings. Right, north is that way. Right, that's north. That's east. So we're actually gone midday. We're about 2 PM. Okay, so let's keep having an explore. We'll be back with the other guys by nightfall, as I said, which should be very good. Okay, so in here, we're actually coming out of the forest now, but we, it doesn't really... We've got bread. Should we have ourselves some cows as well? Yeah, nah. If we find some pigs, we'll eat some pigs. We'll let the cows live. Cows, today is your lucky day. We will not be consuming you today. This is a nice place as well. We've come to a lovely area, it has to be said. And is that some oil there? Oh, no, it's not. It's just some water. Okay, well, still, you know, plenty of water about the shop. We can certainly set up a nice little camp here. How much, what do you reckon? 200 ender pearls, I reckon we should get on with. I reckon 200 ender pearls would be perfectamundo. Right, anyway, let's crack on up here as well. We don't want to stray from the forest too much. So we want to, well, actually, let's, I'll tell you what. Let's start heading back now, shall we? So we can actually have a plan and before it gets dark. Okay, so let's head back. Let's have a plan. Let's work out what we're going to do when it actually gets dark so we don't waste any time of actual darkness bickering about who's going what and who's killing what and what's doing who. Okay, so let's head back. Right, beautiful. Right, this evening, gentlemen, we hunt.